Hey, you got a message?
From Albuquerque, we're at Silva Lanes for the title matches of today's JBT event. It's deja vu all over again. 6 days ago, these two played for a title match in Southern California. A testament to their dedication to our tour. They are now here in Albuquerque, 6 days later, playing for the title again. Riley Dempsey and Cameron Smith. Two of the very best current bowlers we have on tour.
Smiling Cameron.
Smiling Cameron starting to make his case as one of the very best all time. Riley climbing up that ladder as well, but Cameron's got 31 titles now, courtesy of his win over Riley last weekend in Canyon Lanes.
Oh boy.
And that is the second consecutive 10-pin he has missed. That's the fourth frame. He missed a 10-pin in the third and misses a 10-pin again in the fourth. Both times bouncing out of the gutter too, just for the record. Riley went
a 10-pin clinic. Riley missed 6 of them.
Yeah, Riley missed a lot of 10-pins earlier there. I saw that. Riley did go double in the first two frames and went 6-1 in the third. So a little bit, I don't want it, you take it right now. Nice shot, but a half 10 from Dempsey there.
50-50.
Yeah, and who knows? I think this is a coin flip at best, you're right. If he spares it, and I do mean if, he will lead by 6 pins.
No, you got that.
He will lead by 17 pins. Thanks, Jared. Thanks for that. Thank you. Hey! Alright, so 17 pins is the lead through 4 frames. That's where we stand. Riley qualified third today at +1. If you were named anybody but Cameron Smith, the lanes are pretty darn tricky today, both on the middle road pattern. Silva, usually a house where everything plays pretty long, and it looked pretty long today too, but if you missed left, the ball checked early. So, what we used to call reverse block back in the old days, if you miss left, it hooks a lot. If you miss right, it never recovers. It made bowlers have to really execute shots, and those twister pins often don't carry those high hits very well, and there's another 4-9 for you. Twister pin is an all-plastic pin if you're not familiar with them. Not that many houses have them, but a couple do here in Albuquerque. That's why they might make a little bit different sound. I don't know how well the audio picks up as far as pinfall here. But you hear, I guess, a plasticky sound. That's because the pin's all plastic. Riley capable of making this. Gives a pretty good shot. Oh, in front of it.
That's rude.
That is hard. That is way harder to do than actually making the 4-9. He would have made the 4-10, but the 4-9 not to be. And after those two missed spares, Cameron only finds himself trailing by 4. Has to be grateful for that.
Let's do this.
Cameron completely dominated this tournament. He led after game 1 by 1 pin with a 248, and after that just increased his lead after every single game, plus 136 after 5, and plus 189 after 8. He got as high as 210 before slowing down a little bit. It looks like the lanes were getting squirrelier as they went. Yeah. Nice recovery shot from there, and I think you'd just as soon not see any more 10 pins today. Thank you very much. Cameron now 4th on our all-time title list with 31, 4 behind BJ Baker, and then would have 2 very difficult runs to climb the catch. Steven and Kyle, of course, at the top of that category. There you go. He was watching that 10 the whole way through. He got it, and with that double, he's got the lead. Cameron always more critical of Cameron than anybody else. Competitive.
4 legs, man. In the marina.
There's got to be a perma bruise there. Riley always very stylish, not just with the wardrobe, but with the bowling. Oh, a little quicker up than I usually see him, actually. And slices that rack apart. The light hits generally are the better way to go on these pins. dices that rack up nicely. He struck in the 10th to beat Chris Brown in the semifinals, a really nice semifinal game. Beat Aaron Bristow in round 2. Bristow beat Nick Lee in round 1 early in the stepladder. Bristow, that was interesting. He was the cut every single game that he bowled. That's easier for that to happen in a short field like we have today, but still, I mean, I certainly don't think that's ever happened before. He was the cut after games 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Only 6 bowlers made the cut. Then he won his first match to get up into 5th and stayed in 5th the rest of the time. So, a little bit of history within the tournament there. See, he'll do that little elbow waggle, try and get his body ready. Not much of one again, he just kind of sets and goes. He used to waggle that elbow literally 15 or 20 times sometimes before throwing the ball.
His whole form's been affected today because of game 2. He smashed his ankle and he's just been coming.
That's right, yeah. There were a couple ice bags rolling around the bowling alley today.
That looks good.
Wow. That was on spot when the pin spotter picked it up, correct? Yeah. Then yes, you can. Can we do that, Jared? Ask the politely, Riley. Yeah.
He's the mechanic right there, Riley.
What Riley is asking is to get that 10 pin put back on spot. The rule is if the pin fall, if the act of the delivery moves the pins around, you have to shoot them as they lie. If nothing was moved off spot and then the mechanism of the pin spotter moved the pin to a different place, then you can ask for it to be moved back on spot. That was the case, so he is allowed to ask for that. I don't blame him because I don't know what that is down there right now.
But doesn't that look like it almost would be easier to?
It would be easier as far as not chopping the 10 off, but I think it would be way... I don't know, man.
For me, that almost looks easier.
I think it would be much harder to get the 9 out of that. I think you'd have to come in so steeply on that. As no rush, sir. It's all right. Maybe he hit his ankle earlier too.
You know, people say to realize every little ting.
It's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right.
Jared, you're very talkative today. This is like your webcam debut here.
It really is.
We just put you on camera now.
You just put me on the spot. Now I'm freezing.
No, that's it. Jared Flores, ladies and gentlemen.
And done!
Riley and Cameron, good friends off the lanes. No, they were chewing the fat a little bit. Now they're just kind of staring at me.
We got a thunderous crowd here.
Yeah, so I kind of saw that coming. Small turnout today. That was on purpose. We knew that was going to happen. It's the Mexico High School Finals today. So literally 2/3 of our conference is out bowling them. Hope they had fun. Wish them all well, of course. So we'll have a much bigger field tomorrow. So if you weren't a New Mexico high school bowler, really smart of you to be here today. It's much easier than usual to make cuts, top 5s, win raffles for that matter.
Even Cameron agreed it looked easier.
Well, where that ball hit that cluster, it wouldn't have made it either way. I think it made it in some ways easier, in some ways tougher. Either way, back pin did not cover out, and the grind out continues as it has for most of the day, except Cameron. But he did tail off after 244 in game 6. He went 179 and then 200. And Cameron can consolidate that lead even after those opens here if he can make it 3 in a row in the 7th. He hates it. And he strikes. He does that pull-up reaction sometimes when he hates it. If you're in the right area...
Is that yours?
Yes. If you're in the right area on the lane, you can make other mistakes and be covered for them. If you're in the wrong area on the lane, a small physical mistake can result in disaster. Part 2 coming up, folks. Make sure to watch it.